Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine. Welcome to my channel and welcome to what is the first episode of a year-long A2Z collaboration hosted by Lesley Bromfield. I will leave a link to her channel down below and obviously a list of all the collaborators. So the idea is that over the next 12 months we take 2 letters of the alphabet per month and create a 5x7 card. So obviously this month it is going to be A and B. Not quite sure what I'm doing for my B yet, so we'll come to that in a moment. But A is for apple. It's one of the first things we learn, isn't it, when we're children? And I've been hoarding this scrap of paper for a very long time. It's actually come out of this book of origami paper that I've had a very long time. Oh, I've just seen a bird one there. That's very pretty, isn't it? Not going to use it though. So yeah, I'm just going to leave the camera, well, I'm going to speed you up, I think, and we'll make the first card. So at the end there, you saw me deciding whether to put some of these glosses on. I've decided against it. I did put the Fantage on, which hopefully you can see just adds a little bit more texture. So there we have just a really, really simple card for A. Let's have a think what we're going to do for B now. So I've been thinking that B is for birds, and in particular blue tits, which is one of my favourite stamps from Craftwork cards I've had for many, many years. I love it, love it, love it. And also blue. And part of the rules of this collaboration is that we have to stick to a 5x7 card base, but I thought I'd change it up a bit and do a gatefold opening. So I've taken a piece of 10x7 and I've scored at 2.5 and 7.5. If you find that you've got a bit of an overlap because of the scoring, when you score you're stretching the fibres, so you actually end up with a slightly bigger piece, just trim a little slither, tiny slither off, but as it happens that meets really nicely. So I'm going to just put this to one side for a minute, and I've got this from a project I've been working from, Excess, and I'm going to use it to create a mat. I was going to do 2.25 by 6 3/4, but this isn't big enough to allow me to do that. And in fact, actually, I might need to find another piece of blue. But let me just have a little look in my stashette of things that I have been working on. Yeah, as you see, I don't think this is going to be big enough, long enough. I suppose I could make it a bit shorter. What is the length of this? This is 6. Okay. So I'm going to cut this down to 6 as well. That's 8 1/4, so I want 2 1/4 off. Just talk amongst yourselves while I faff. Obviously this little bit that I'm cutting off will not be going to waste. So we can do, let's cut it at 2 1/4, and if I don't like it I'll cut it down to 2. Now I've got 2 pieces. I was hoping that I was going to be able to get both pieces out of this big piece here and do it so that it no, that doesn't look right, so I'm going to have to cut it down to 2, I think. Yes. 2. This is just to give a little bit of interest to the front panel, because what I'm going to do is a little square panel. Don't know why that's not lining up properly. That's because that's not 2 inches, that's why. Okay. Let's see if that looks better. It's not long enough really. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. So I need to cut this down to 2 as well. And I think what I'll do, so that there's a little bit of continuity, is I'll mount it at the top like that. Now, just to add a little bit of interest, I had got tumbled glass and salty ocean, but I'm not going to use those. They're going to be too pale. So I think we will use Blueprint Sketch. And I'm going to just do a little background. I I do like this stamp, so I'm going to use it, and it will tie in with the A that I've done. And I don't want too, oh, I'm throwing the lid around. I don't want too deep a colour, so I'm going to do second generation. Just random stamping and stamping off, just to give a little bit of texture. And I do like the different circles on this. Make sure you stamp off, Ashley, because you don't want it to be too bright. So that's okay for that. What I should have done if I'd had a big enough piece. So I'm trying to use up all my scraps. I did another project today, and yeah, I forget what I was saying then. Yeah, if I had a bigger piece, I would have stamped it all in one go and cut. Yeah, so a little bit more interest there. That will do. And I'm going to go round the edge with a black Sharpie to make that pop. Just trying to keep tidy as I go along. So yeah, I'm going to be planning, I think, what I'm going to do for the other letters. I mean, I think, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I are all going to be okay, aren't they? I'm sure there's lots of things we can think about. It's the Z's without it being a zebra, and the Q without it being a queen or a quilt. I don't know. What else is going to be difficult? X, I think, is going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm going for objects, aren't I? So I've gone for A for apple and B for bird. Gosh, I'm drivelling on. I'm bored, so goodness knows how you must be feeling. Yeah. Oh, C is for cat, D is for dog. There we go. That's the next two sorted. E is for elephant. F is for fox. I have actually got an elephant stamp, and I don't think I've got a fox stamp. I don't think I've got any of the Lavinia's foxes. Maybe now is the time to order one. Yeah, but you know, I could have had B is for beautiful, couldn't I, or something like that. It'll be really interesting to see what everybody else has done. So as I said at the start of the video, I will leave a link to all the other collaborators down below. Do go and check them out and show them some YouTube crafty love. And thank you to Lesley for hosting this collaboration. It's a great idea, and I'm sure she'd be open if anybody wants to join. I'm sure it's not too late. Just drop her an email, or you know, go and visit her channel. But it's essentially 2 cards a month. It's not too onerous, is it? So there is, or there are rather, my 2 panels. I would have liked these to have reached to the bottom. But does it look like if I centre it, actually, is that okay? I am going to centre it actually, but my borders around the edge aren't quite as wide as my top and bottom, because as I say, I'm working with what I've got, using up my scraps. I am being quite evangelical about it at the moment. Mr. Paper&Twine thinks I'm absolutely bonkers because I have got a rather large paper collection, paper and card collection, but you know, we have to use our scraps, don't we? And yeah, I'm liking this background, and I'm going back to what I was doing not so long ago, you know, when I started on YouTube, doing a splodgy background in Brushos or Cosmic Shimmer. This is Brushos, I think it's Cobalt Blue and Ultramarine, I think, I'm not sure. And adding texture and layers by lightly stamping some interest on the background. So what we want to do now, I want to find a panel of a green background, I think, to do the blue tits. I'm going to have a little circle. I'll switch you off while I have a circle to find what I need. That didn't take too long. I found this green, which I think looks really nice against the blue. It's a bigger piece than I need, but I'm going to try and kind of, I want this speckled interest here, and I think this might be nice for the branch and the bird here. So wish me luck. Let's hope we don't mess this up. I think this will be a big enough acrylic block. This is losing its sticky a bit, so I might need to, oh, I think we're okay. I was going to say I might need to clean it. We'll stamp him up. I put a bird feeder in the tree in the front garden a while ago now, and we haven't had any birds on it at all. Really quite disappointed. There, he's gorgeous. Love him, absolutely love him. I don't know if he is a he. Probably is, because the male birds are the ones that have all the colour, aren't they? And come in with the branch. Now I might do a couple of branches, I don't know. Yeah, we'll stamp off a bit here, trying to get it so that the claws of the bird are sitting on the branch. I've probably missed that altogether. Oh no, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And do I want another bit coming out? Yes, I think I do. So we'll do that like that, and I'm going to cut this into a square panel. I'm probably going to cut off some of this other branch, but it doesn't matter. It mattereth not. I'm quite hyper. I'm actually getting ahead. I'm filming this on Sunday. Is it the 21st or the 22nd? I'm not sure. And this is going to be going live on the 26th of August. That's 2 3/4. So I want this to be 2 3/4. Yeah, so it's Sunday, and we had a friend make a surprise visit last night, or yesterday evening. It was about 6 o'clock, and Harry had got some friends round. They were having a barbecue in the garden, and yeah, the doorbell went, and I thought it was one of Harry's friends, but it was our friend come round. We hadn't seen him for a good year actually, and yeah, it was really nice, but we're feeling the effects of having a bit too much wine. So I was lying in bed this morning and I said, oh, we haven't really got any plans for dinner today, and Mr. Paper&Twine said that he would cook a roast dinner if I went and got the ingredients for it. And yeah, so I was very good. I walked up to Aldi and carried back all the makings of a roast dinner, and the Paper&Twine children that live at home are very happy. I think Ella might have already peeled the potatoes for the roasties. That is her job when we have a roast dinner. Harry's done some tidying up after his little barbecue party yesterday, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to a roast chicken dinner with Yorkshires and roasties and goodness only knows what. So I don't know, actually I should have backed this onto some black card, I think, to give it a little bit more sturdiness, a little bit more stability. I just want that line to be slightly wider. But Mr. Paper&Twine is having this week off, so I might not be on YouTube much unless I get ahead tomorrow and film lots of things. Yes, I have got a video scheduled for tomorrow, the Tracy Susan Art Team Challenge. That's going up tomorrow. See, that's really nice, isn't it? Now I wonder, you see, I want that to sit like so, but I think I want it a little bit bigger. So that was 2 3/4. Let's mount this on another panel that is 3 inches, and then I can mount that onto a little bit of black. Shall we go blue? I've got this piece that is left over. It might be nice to bring in a little bit of the blue, mightn't it? Blue and green. They say blue and green should never be seen, but I disagree with that. I think blue and green are lovely together. So we said 3 inches, didn't we? And then if I cut a piece of black 3 1/8 of an inch, that should just be lovely. And it will give some sturdiness to the background of a card. Now I've been whittling on ages. I'm going to just pause you while I do this last bit, and then I'll come and show you the finished result. So I'm almost finished. I'm just adding now, I've added a few little glosses, a little group of 3 up here, a little blue one down there, and a little green one there, and the background stamp that I used has got its own little circles, so I'm just going to fill in some of them with these clear Nouveau drops just for a little bit of interest. And we will leave it at that. They're going to take at least 48 hours to dry. 1 2 3 4 on that side, 1 2 3 on that side. Yeah, that's fine. Less is more, Ashley. I don't know whether I should have added the Nouveau drops. Let me know what you think. I don't know whether I should have added the glosses, but let me know what you think. The Life is Beautiful is a visible image stamp. So B is for beautiful. So that is my B card. Let's bring in the A card. A is for apple. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. So come back in September to see what I do for C and D. Thanks again to Lesley. Go and check everybody else out. Take care, everybody. Bye now.